Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Wednesday, June 17, 2026. Making the headlines tonight, Mira in controversy. Minister Mira finally speaks. Government says NHRI process is moving forward, but key social partner is not at the table. Northern sugar crop 2026 season ending. And Alan Pollard submits application for mayor and welcomes convention. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
Benny's is kicking off Father's Day with popping deals for dad in the month of June. Visit a Benny's near you and get store-wide discounts on selected items such as Milwaukee and Axie power tools, Charbroil barbecue grills, car care products, Karcher pressure washers, and much, much more. Make dad happy with popping deals for dad in June, only at Benny's.
Benny's, Benny's, oh, Benny's, 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 Benny's.
As a small business, I started to attend pop-up shops like many other businesses, and we found that our customers wanted to pay by card and not cash. I went to Atlantic Bank, and immediately, without a problem, it's like, yes, you can have a POS system. That POS system we now use in-house, and we can also take it countrywide wherever we are. They were willing to take the time. They were willing to be patient with us as we grew our business, and that, for us, that meant the world.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
The biggest football event in the world is finally here, and Smart is giving you the chance to play and win. Before every match starts, predict who will win. The more predictions you make, the more chances you have to win. Get 1 point towards your total when you guess the winning team. Predict the exact score and earn up to 4 points. The top scorer at the conclusion of the World Cup wins the grand prize of $2,500 in cash. That's not all. Players get a chance to win weekly prizes. Plus, our quarter-final winner gets a watch party package. Play directly in the Smart app for just 50 cents per entry. Prediction starts June 1st to July 18, 2026. Don't just watch the World Cup. Play along and win with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
At Habet and Brothers Habet, celebrate your super handy dad with gifts he'll actually use and enjoy super savings all June. Like 15% off all power tools and Stanley hand tools, 20% off Vento PVC windows, 20% off Ascot porcelain tiles and 30% off Piso Forte ceramic tiles, and 40% off Sunlight windows and doors. Plus, stop in at Brothers Habet every Saturday for our veranda clearance blowout. And for every $50 you spend, get a chance to win a power tool every Saturday. Visit Habet and Brothers Habet today and give Dad something worthy of his super handiness. Happy Father's Day to all super handy dads.
We have 15 communities today present, which comprises of the Cayo, Stancrick and Toledo districts. We have water boards and village councils. The village councils are receiving maintenance equipment in the name of riding mower, our weed eaters. Simultaneously, we are distributing water meters for expansion purposes, and also what that does, it helps water boards to become self-sustainable through proper water management, increase of revenue, and then they would be able to make investment back in their respective communities. Also, we have culverts, pipes, fittings for expansion purposes, and water meters.
These resources are more than just equipment. They represent a commitment to rural development, community pride, and the continued partnership between government and local authorities.
This is about service to our people.
Rural communities must also benefit.
Most of you that are here, if not everyone, has voluntary services to assist us to complement that humanitarian assistance that we are giving to our people. And without your help, we won't be able to do much.
We want to build capacity. We want to build sustainability in your communities. That's important. We will help those who want to help themselves.
Crab Radio is firing up the grill once again for another fundraiser barbecue special.
Well.
Join us Friday, June 19th for a mouth-watering feast, tender, juicy chicken, and smoky Italian sausages, all grilled to perfection, with the perfect sides of red beans, coleslaw, and tortillas.
Outstanding!
It's more than just delicious food. It's a community event, all while supporting Creme Radio. Every bite helps us keep bringing you the voices, the vibes, and the culture you love.
You got that right.
Barbecue chicken plates, $12. Chicken and Italian sausage combo, $16. Barbecues available from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. 3304 Amandala Drive. Don't be left out. Call and pre-order your tickets at 280-4469 or link your favorite Creme Radio personality. Bring your family, bring your friends, and bring your appetite. It's another Creme Radio fundraiser barbecue where flavor meets purpose. Don't miss it.
Creme Radio 96.5. Paperworks Entertainment and SJ Promotion presents the official Belizean Jamaican link-up, the Father's Day edition. It's an all-white day party on Sunday, June 21st at the Belize Airport Authority parking lot, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Featuring the international reggae dancehall singing sensation stage boss, Wayne Wonder. To mash up the stage alongside the General Super G for the first time in Belize, Steely Bashman plus Belize's top DJs. Get your general tickets for $60 and VIP for $150 at Madisco, Stone Music Outlet, and VIP Wireless. And lock the date for the official Belizean Jamaican link-up all-white day party on Sunday, June 21st at the Belize Airport Authority parking lot, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Sponsored by
You're up against some tough challenges, but not all heavy-duty lubricants can handle the pressure. Until now, introducing Ridgeline Lubricants, a homegrown solution engineered right here to solve the hurdles you face every day. Backed by experts who understand the ups and downs of where you're operating and what's at stake. Specially formulated to protect your equipment so you can push past grueling hours, heavy loads, and harsh conditions to reach for greater productivity. Ridgeline Lubricants. Long live your equipment.
This is the general.
Welcome back with your news. I am Drea Espinosa. On the sidelines of a police awards event in Belmopan today, the media finally got to question Minister of Home Affairs Oscar Mira about the controversy surrounding payment for goods to his siblings for entities that fell under his portfolio before he became police minister. It has been noted that payments in the government's SmartStream system for the related vendors were almost all structured to fall below the $10,000 threshold, and the question is if this was done to avoid scrutiny.
I don't know if there is an ongoing public criticism. Let me just make clear that I sit on no procurement committee. As a Minister of State and as a minister, I have never been in any one of those procurement committees. Those are led by the Ministry of Finance. I had no say, I had no influence, and I have never in my ministry or any other ministry tried to influence the decision of that committee. They have a job to do, and they have done their job professionally.
So how is it that how is it that several of your family members are able to and were able to benefit from lucrative government contracts?
Tenders are published on the newspaper. Any interested person can apply and pay for that tender. They are then going through a lengthy process. I had no say. I was not part of those committees. If they did so, they did on their own, not with my influence or with anything to do with me. Everybody who reads a newspaper wants to be a supplier to the ministry can go ahead and do that. It is a long process. It's a process that I have no say. It is a process that happens in every ministry of the government. And as such, I was not a member of that committee or that process.
How is it, in your view, not a conflict of interest?
I do not ask, nor did I ask anyone who applied. There were many people who have applied, you know. That is just one, I think, company that applied. I was not part of it, you know, so I don't even know how many people applied. It is not me who make decision. It is a committee who sits together and make that decision of who gets contracts. Those are done, as I said before, by buying a tender package and going through the requisite whatever it is that they need to supply, and I had nothing to do with that.
Why were so many of the payments for the Mira siblings' contracts structured to fall below the $10,000 mark, which does not attract as much scrutiny from the Ministry of Finance? Minister Mira said, asked the Ministry of Finance.
I have nothing to do with how government pays their contractors or their suppliers. I have nothing as a minister to do with how the Ministry of Finance pays. That is not my decision. I don't know. And I don't think that it is also the decision of any supplier to ask how to be paid. I really do not believe it is that way. It is, as I have understood it now, a part of how payments are done. I really do not know. As ministers, I don't go into the finance office or any way trying to influence how or who gets paid. That's not my job.
So now that all this information has come to light, the optics look bad, whether or not you had a hand in it. Will you do anything to rectify it?
I think it's a public perception that yes, and I really don't see the reason why those payments were made that way. If you go through the process, if you go through the procurement process, if you get your, pay for your tender package, you go through the whole long process of all the paperwork that's included, because I have been asking, and you are awarded the contract, then yes, I think that you should be paid for the services that you have given. And is there a better way? I believe there is. I don't think there is any supplier who would want to be paid in so many small pieces. I'm sure that as a supplier, you would want to be paid fully. So, but that has nothing to do with me as the Minister of State or as a minister now at the Ministry of Home Affairs. I believe that it's probably something that now, every crisis, you learn from them, and I myself, of course, I'm trying to make sure that I learn from this, and the government has their procedures, and they should be followed. I have no issues in having anyone, but as a minister or as a Minister of State, I really don't have a say in the procurement.
Minister, you said that you've been asking questions yourself on your quest to find the truth. What are you looking for?
I'm not asking to find the truth. I'm asking what are the procedures and if there was anything wrong with the procedure. And as far as I have been informed, it goes through a procedure, and the procedure is there. And once you follow those procedures, I think that everything was done in the way that the government does the procurement.
These structured payments in the financial world is called smurfing, and it's a form of money laundering. Are you not concerned that your former ministry can be accused of money laundering?
Of course there's that there's that concern. I don't think that anyone won't be concerned. But was anything illegally done? I don't know. I never know they call it smurfing, because I really do not go there asking or being part of the finance office or whatever they do. That wasn't my job. My job was policy. My job was making sure that the ministry was run in a very effective manner, that the units that fall under that ministry were being looked at. Apart from that, I had no concern in the way that the finance officer or the financial transactions were being done. I had nothing to do with that.
For her part, leader of the opposition, Honorable Tracy Taker Panton, on Tuesday pledged that under her leadership, a 2030 UDP administration would have a zero tolerance for corruption. She went on to say that if Honorable Oscar Mira is corrupt, he needs to go, and added that if Prime Minister John Briceño cannot control his ministers, he also needs to resign.
If Mira is corrupt, he must be immediately removed, both from cabinet and from his ministerial assignment. There has to be, and I pledge to you, that under a UDP administration in 2030, there will be a zero tolerance on corruption under my leadership. And the people first. Thank you. The people first. And if the Prime Minister is unable, unwilling, incapable to rein in his rogue political officials, he too must go, and he must resign, and resign now. All I will say, my friends, is enough, is enough, is enough.
Back on February 5, Cabinet announced it had taken note of the steps being led by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade to advance the creation of a National Human Rights Institution, NHRI. Government said a project titled Advancing Human Rights in Belize, establishing a National Human Rights Institution, would soon be launched, essentially acting on a recommendation in the 2023 Ombudsman's annual report, which called for national consultations prior to establishing the institution within the Ombudsman's office. Last week, the Attorney General told Crumb News XTV that a working team is already moving that process forward.
The delay, which is regrettable in terms of the appointment of the Ombudsman, it is not something that certainly we wanted. It's as a result of the process that now follows incorporating a National Human Rights Institute in the Office of the Ombudsman. So the proposed creation and establishment of a National Human Rights Institute is one which would further extend the functions and responsibilities of the Ombudsman Office. That includes, for instance, promoting and addressing human rights issues, as well as providing as well issues relating to the education and advocacy of human rights. Now, question would be, how is this to be done? So there is a working team that has been established, which includes both private sector, social partners, and persons from the Ministry of some various government ministries. My understanding is that they meet Monday to continue that process in terms of trying to formalize how do we do this.
However, we have since confirmed that at least one major stakeholder, the National Trade Union Congress of Belize, has not been invited to participate. PSU President Dean Flowers dismissed the update as mere words.
No, I can say categorically that no communication has been disclosed to the General Counsel as it relates to this matter. Look, I would dare stick my head out, Marisol, to say that there has been absolutely no consultation whatsoever on this matter, and these type of language and disclosures are simply being said because there's a little bit a noise happening around the Ombudsman's office by way of that lawsuit, and I want to applaud Brother Swazo. My brother, I applaud you on the steps that you've taken. I want to continue to applaud Brother Enriquez on the steps that he continued to take as it relates to our redistricting and the illegal manner in which we go to the polls each and every elections. I am praying for more citizens like this, and I'm calling on the Belizean people that where possible that you support these citizens. But where that matter of the Ombudsman Office is concerned, I will stick my head out to say to you, 5 years will pass, and I could tell you might know, just like what Barrow did without an ombudsman for any latter years, and after what Swaso has done now to hold this government accountable, I don't see them being in any rush to appoint any ombudsman.
We confirmed with the Belize network of NGOs that in 2024 they received communication from the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, asking for 2 representatives working in human rights for participation in the steering committee. We were told that the committee has not met for about a year, but that a meeting has now been scheduled for next week. There were winds of Election Day euphoria this morning as 3-time councillor Alan Pollard submitted his application to become the next Belize City Mayor. Pollard's nomination is backed by the deputy party leader, Cordell Hyde, while his opponent, Elude Miller, who quietly submitted his application days earlier, is backed by the outgoing mayor and several councillors. Miller also happens to be Hyde's nephew-in-law and Pollard his godson. Pollard was asked to wait his turn when he wanted to challenge Wagner in the 2024 municipal election, after Wagner said he would not run if he faced a challenge. Thereafter, the National Campaign Committee denied Pollard's challenge of Gilroy Usher in Port Loyola for the 2025 general elections. Today, Pollard said he welcomes a convention and bears no ill feelings about not being endorsed. His father, Alan Duck Pollard, however, feels differently.
I have asked family and friends to call, but you can't tell people they can't call. So everybody they ask me to come out and then come out and support the Star Wars out there. I love convention day was the support. So
what is the relationship like with you and Elude right now?
Great. Actually, we were hanging out the other night at an event. We were good. Cordial. No man, we work together. We have an excellent relationship. My mayor and all the councillors as well have an excellent relationship. In council meetings, we all get along.
What do you bring to the table to be here?
Well, I bring a lot of vision, a clear vision. I'm young, but I'm very experienced. I've been in the council for 8 years, going on my 9th year. I've done ins and outs. I've served in many different capacities. Of course, the love and support of the people, and we try to connect the people with the residents and the city hall together, and we plan to move this city into the way forward. Minister not telling Miller to step aside and make his turn the way he did for you the last time. I don't think that's the Prime Minister's job. The Prime Minister's job is to lead this party. And if he believes that it's time to have a democratic process between the two of us, if he believes that it's okay, then that is okay, then that is something that we need to do.
Are you upset they're not endorsing you?
No, I never expect an endorsement. Everything I've done since I entered this party in 2018, I had to work for, and I plan to continue working for that. So I don't need no endorsement.
Mr. Miller, when he went through this very same process, had the majority of councillors standing next to him. You don't have that kind of support. How does that impact your candidacy in your view?
Look, when I, 7 councillors versus 700 delegates, I take the delegates. But my council members, I respect all of them, and they have the right to choose whoever they want to submit with. I could have chose that day to submit too, but I waited today because I knew that we have a little bit more people who wants to participate in this process. So I'm glad to share this moment with them. I respect anybody who wants to run. I respect anybody who the mayor wants to support. The mayor cannot say that he cannot deny my capabilities or myself as a candidate, but he has the right to support who he wants to support, and we respect that. We respect both of them.
Don't you think that the party should have asked Miller to also wait his turn?
No, man. I think that's an unfair feeling. I know how that feeling feels when the party tell you, I know your time. I think all of the time.
They asked him to step down the last term, and he does. And I think that the time has come. Well, let's say it's going to be a convention, which should have been a convention from the last term. Well, convention come now, we will have to do the convention now.
You have the support of the deputy party leader.
100,000%. The whole country and the city know Alan Pollard, and they know what Alan Pollard is about. Alan Pollard is about production, and he will do nothing but production and think for the city.
Is he upset that he is being made to go to convention as opposed to an endorsement?
He's not upset. I am the one that's upset.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm upset for my son. He's not the one upset. He got his qualification. He got things under his belt. He been at the council for 3 terms, so he know exactly what need to be done and what need not to be done.
After the break, does Minister Mira regret filing complaint against Alberto August? And UDP confident heading into municipals, declaring over 90 applications for candidates. Stay with us.
Look here, your kitchen light there, and been in the kitchen. But I'm going back in there right now. And the coffee maker? Just to try keep me the coffee warm for later. What do you do now? I'll try to think about what to eat. You know, the more you open and close the fridge, it takes longer for the food cool. For a hot day like today, it burns more energy. You charge your phone right now? No. Plug it out then. You really only wash 2 Lee socks and 1 Lee shirt? You don't know what small load burn the same amount of electricity as large loads? But this is my favorite shirt. You have to be more energy efficient. Use large loads. This AC they blow hard. You know, if you keep the temperature at 25 degrees Celsius or higher, you burn less energy and you also keep the place cool. And for a nice day like today, turn off the AC, open up the house and make some fresh breeze come in.
You know what? I think I get it now. As consumers, we need to be more energy efficient and practice energy conservation.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
no one should be up at this time. If you're still up, it's not you, it's your mattress. Because the right mattress changes everything. Sherwood Bedding Luxury Resort Pillow Top Mattress. Sleep better, wake better. Available at Design Depot. All in one place.
Money travels fast, so make sure you check it before you spend it. Here are 4 easy ways to know your money is real. Look, feel, tilt, and check. Look closely at your note by holding it to the light to see the watermark and the note value. Notice how the see-through image completes itself perfectly. Feel for authenticity. Run your fingers over the raised portrait and the bars on the edges. 1 bar for the $2 and up to 6 bars for the $100. Tilt the note to see the hidden value appear. Look for the moving images on the security thread and holographic shimmer on higher denominations. Check closely. Use UV light or a magnifying glass to find hidden images and microtext. Remember, handling counterfeit money is illegal. If you spot a fake, report it to the police immediately. Look, feel, tilt, and check. Know your money. Check it before you spend it. A message from the Central Bank of Belize.
Get ready, Belize! Crab Radio is firing up the grill once again for another fundraiser barbecue special.
Oh, well.
Join us Friday, June 19th for a mouth-watering feast, tender, juicy chicken, and smoky Italian sausages, all grilled to perfection, with the perfect sides of red beans, coleslaw, and tortillas.
Outstanding!
It's more than just delicious food. It's a community event, all while supporting Creme Radio. Every bite helps us keep bringing you the voices, the vibes, and the culture you love.
You got that right.
Barbecue chicken plates, $12. Chicken and Italian sausage combo, $16. Barbecues available from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. 3304 Amandala Drive. Don't be left out. Call and pre-order your tickets at 280-4469 or link your favorite Creme Radio personality. Bring your family, bring your friends, and bring your appetite. It's another Creme Radio fundraiser barbecue where flavor meets purpose. Don't miss it.
Creme Radio 96.5.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
This time, what can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I help you out right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
This is the general. Bitches coming again. Yeah. Bitches on. Bitches yo. Hey. Take it low, 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 take it low. Then you wine right there, take your time right there, you do it fine right there, you blow my mind right there. Take it low, 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 take it low. Hey, Babina Hanuma, Babina Hanuma.
The onslaught of leaks surrounding Minister Oscar Mira started after he filed a complaint against former UDP Chairman Alberto August for a satirical post on Facebook. Mira was asked if he regrets pursuing a criminal charge against August.
I went and I made a complaint.
Do you regret it though?
I made a complaint because I felt that it was what I needed to do. After I got advice on what I should have done. You don't, after a tragedy that happened here in Belmopan, you don't try to get cheap political mileage out of a tragedy that, impacted the community, that impacted the whole city of Belmopan and the medical community. There was a family that was very, very, that was crying for the loss of someone who has contributed so much to this city and to the wider community and to the wider, and I just felt that those words that I did not say. I made a complaint and I went to the police department to make a complaint that those were not my words. Whatever it is that he said, he said, whatever type of I don't know how they call it. You don't do that in those circumstances, And I truly believe that as a citizen, I made that as a citizen. I didn't make that as a minister of police, and he was afforded the same procedure like any other person. Well, if you had been there, you could have done the same.
Do you plan to file any charges against anybody else, considering that there's major discourse happening on social media and you have been mocked?
I have given all of those things to my attorney. My attorney is looking at those. He will advise me on the way forward. Many defamatory and statements have been said and have been reproduced by many news outlets and many other people. My attorney is going to give me the advice, and that is in his hands, and those will be coming.
The 2026 northern sugar crop season will come to an end on Sunday, June 21, by agreement of all stakeholders. The Miller Belize Sugar Industries says there was unanimous agreement at the reassessment of remaining cane daily factory delivery raters and the weather forecast for the upcoming week. Farmers and harvesters are being asked to ensure they plan accordingly so that all cut cane reaches the mill before the deadline. Factory gates will close at 6 p.m. Sunday. The opposition United Democratic Party revealed they received candidate applications from over 90 individuals for the upcoming municipal elections. While no names were publicly revealed at their press conference Tuesday, Chairperson Sheena Pitts shared how many applications were received in each municipality.
If Ono may think Belizeans not ready, the report we have gotten from our nominations chair shows proof positive that there are a vast number of Belizeans who are ready to join with the UDP leadership to take down this PUP government. And so we received over 90 applications across the country. In Belize City, we got a total of 21 applications. That's more than enough for City Council, And out of that 21, let me tell you how many are for mayor. No one, not two, three, my darling. Let me move on to Belmopan. We got a total of 13 applications for Belmopan. And of the 13, 2 for mayor. In Corozal, we have a total of 11 applications. 10 for councillor, 1 for mayor. In Dangriga, the culture capital, fully loaded 17 applications, out of which 14 for councillors. San Ignacio and Santa Elena, 11 applications, 10 of which are councillors, 1 for the mayor. For Orange Walk, Punta Gorda, and Benke, we have full slates. Ready. ready, ready, ready. In San Pedro, we have a total of 8 applications, 7 for councillor, 1 for mayor.
During the UDP press conference on Tuesday, UDP Senator Patrick Faber lamented that pausing the Leadership Intervention Unit's work program has left a void in vulnerable communities. He also claimed that the People's United Party has discontinued other programs the UDP established to help Southside youth learn trades or receive continuing education.
LIU, exactly. And it's not that they shut it down, because they say, oh, this isn't working. Well, they shut it down, yes. But what did you put in place of what you shut down? That is the question. Because you cannot argue. You cannot argue that there is a vacuum. You cannot argue that there is a void. And we need to fill that void. My God, our society needs this. And if you can't see that you last, out of touch with the people, but I'm not done. You go behind Gwen Liz, the Gateway Center was there, still is there. But you know what did they know? That the Ministry of Youth offices, then turn it into offices. A fully blown community space where you could take young people and give them the kind of training that they need. Like what was happening at the Frank Lizama Center. They teach them for barber, Stedman, they teach them for make sign and paint. Vanly, you know, because you didn't want to try to teach the English or English. This is the record of the UDP. You show me what the PUP did do to help the boys of this community especially.
After the break, minor molasses spill at Big Creek Port. Stay tuned.
El evento de fútbol más grande del mundo por fin llegó y Smart te invita a vivir toda la emoción del mundial. Antes de que empiece cada partido, predice quién se lleva la victoria. Entre más predicciones hagas, más oportunidades acumulas. Suma un punto cuando le aciertes al equipo ganador y si le atinas al marcador exacto, obtienes hasta 4 puntos. La persona con más puntos al terminar el mundial se lleva $2,500 en efectivo. Y eso no es todo. También habrá premios semanales durante toda la competencia. Además, el líder de los cuartos de final se lleva un paquete completo para armar su Watch Party. Participa directamente desde la app de Smart por solo 50 centavos por participación. Las predicciones estarán disponibles del 1 de junio al 18 de julio del 2026. No solo veas el mundial, vívelo con Smart. Smart, bring people together.
As a small business, I started to attend pop-up shops like many other businesses, and we found that our customers wanted to pay by card and not cash. I went to Atlantic Bank, and immediately, without a problem, it's like, yes, you can have a POS system. That POS system we now use in-house, and we can also take it countrywide wherever we are. They were willing to take the time. They were willing to be patient with us as we grew our business, and that, for us, that meant the world.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Get ready, Belize! Crab Radio is firing up the grill once again for another fundraiser barbecue special.
Oh, well.
Join us Friday, June 19th for a mouth-watering feast, tender, juicy chicken, and smoky Italian sausages, all grilled to perfection, with the perfect sides of red beans, coleslaw, and tortillas.
Outstanding!
It's more than just delicious food. It's a community event, all while supporting Creme Radio. Every bite helps us keep bringing you the voices, the vibes, and the culture you love.
You got that right.
Barbecue chicken plates, $12. Chicken and Italian sausage combo, $16. Barbecues available from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. 3304 Amandala Drive. Don't be left out. Call and pre-order your tickets at 280-4469 or link your favorite Creme Radio personality. Bring your family, bring your friends, and bring your appetite. It's another Creme Radio fundraiser barbecue where flavor meets purpose. Don't miss it.
Creme Radio 96.5.
Benny's is kicking off Father's Day with popping deals for dad in the month of June. Visit a Benny's near you and get store-wide discounts on selected items such as Milwaukee and Axie Power Tools, Charbroil Barbecue Grills, car care products, Karcher pressure washers, and much, much more. Make dad happy with popping deals for dad in June, only at Benny's.
Benny's, Benny's, oh, Benny's, 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 Benny's.
This is a fantastic program. The cabinet decided that we're going to plant 1 million trees because we have to do something. If you will recall, some years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I think it was, we had this fire that damaged a lot of the pine ridge forest, and with the storms and so on. So we've lost some vegetation, and so the cabinet instructed that we have to plant back trees. We have to plant more trees. It's good for us. The CEOs got together and said, look, we want to get in on this program, and so we want to plant as many of these 1 million trees as we can. Hopefully it will set a good example.
The CEOs recognize that the children are the future of our country, and if it is that we intend to plant 1 million trees, it's not only us that can do it at the government. It's the future that would have that task. So I think it was very important that they recognize that and that they have bought into the idea. We need to reach out to the children.
Those trees, we planted those trees back in 2006. It's a beauty to see those, how big those trees now, 20 years now, you know. From a little kid, you love to plant, man, you growing up with that mentality. Oh, I used to plant stuff when I was small, and so, you know, hard, you know. 20 years later, I see you all planting trees. I ask the young man and the young lady, like, what kind of tree you all planting? And they say, like, all different type of trees.
And I appeal to everybody who will hear this. Plant a tree.
This is the general. Just coming again. Yeah, yeah. Just yo, yo. Hey. Take it low, 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 take it low. Then you wine right there, take your time right there. You're doing fine right there. You blow my mind right there. Take it low, 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 take it low. Hey, Babina Hanuma, Babina Hanuma.
During the UDP's press conference yesterday, while Honorable Oscar Mira was the target over recently leaked contracts allegedly awarded to family members, his ministerial leadership was also called into question. UDP Senator Patrick Fauber lamented that crime and violence are out of hand and said that as the Minister of Home Affairs, Mira needs to go because he's been, quote, impotent on crime, end quote.
As well, the crime and violence in this country is out of control. I mean, me telling you the last time I come to a press conference that the people of this country are soft on the PUP when it comes to these issues. Oh, no, no. That when Dean Barrow, I'm a prime minister, when I was deputy prime minister, can elect, they said, all right, you made it right there, Father. Yes, I was right there. I was right there when we would have one murderous weekend, and then after that, the Prime Minister moves into action. He go up in the Mr. Brasta, you remember, up the Raccoon Street where all the water, the rain through right now. And there would be a press conference, and the Prime Minister would address the nation with the full top brass of the police. I don't know if it is because the police no longer has a top brass that the minister and the minister you've heard is. And we make the call before we go any further that Mr. Mira must go because he is completely impotent on crime.
On Friday evening, there was a molasses spill at the Big Creek port, but both the Department of the Environment and Belize Sugar Industries have described it as a minor incident. Both noted the spill was quickly contained. According to BSI, the incident occurred when a pipeline feeding a tanker ruptured during loading. About 275 gallons of molasses were lost in the mechanical failure. The company says it immediately implemented emergency shutdown protocols and cleanup took roughly 2 hours. Importantly, DOE says only about 10 gallons actually reached the soil and none of the molasses made it into the water at Big Creek. The area was fully contained and cleaned. BSI described the rupture as a localized operational issue rather than a significant financial or environmental event. The company says its recovery team secured the site, removed the spilled product, and has already begun a routine review of the pipeline infrastructure to prevent a repeat. On Tuesday, Thirsty Thursday owner, 34-year-old businessman Chris Rosado pleaded guilty to causing death by careless conduct in relation to the July 28, 2025 traffic accident near Mile 4 on the Philip Golson Highway that killed 38-year-old police constable Arsenio Cus of Silver Creek, Toledo. Rosado appeared before Justice Derek Sylvester in the High Court. He was represented by defense attorney Dr. Lyndon Jones, while Crown Counsel Maria Nemhard Santana appeared on behalf of the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. PC Cus had just ended his shift at the Ladyville Police Station and was returning home sometime around 4 a.m. He was driving a motorcycle from the direction of Ladyville toward Belize City. As he traveled along the highway, a black vehicle operated by Rosado entered PC Cus's lane, resulting in a head-on collision. The force of the impact caused PC Cus to lose control of his motorcycle, resulting in fatal injuries to his head and abdomen. He was rushed by emergency personnel to the Carl Huchener Memorial Hospital, where he later succumbed to his severe injuries. Rosado did not render aid. He was initially hit with 5 traffic-related charges by police, including manslaughter by negligence, causing death by careless conduct, driving without due care and attention, failure to stop and render aid, and failure to report an incident. While he was originally committed in the lower courts to stand trial for manslaughter by negligence, the High Court matter ultimately proceeded on a single indictment of causing death by careless conduct following his guilty plea. The matter returns to court on June 30 for mitigation submissions. And 32-year-old Lyson James Cacho has been sentenced to a fixed term of 30 years in prison for the 2024 murder of 23-year-old Jordan Waite. The sentence was handed down late Monday evening by High Court Justice Candice Nanton after Cacho abruptly changed his plea mid-trial. Waite, a resident of Police Street in Belize City, was fatally shot once in the back of the head on Barbara Harris Street and died instantly at the scene. The trial took a decisive turn when the prosecution presented surveillance camera footage to the court, which captured Cacho, Waite, and several others socializing in a yard around 9 a.m. The footage subsequently showed Waite walking away from the area, at which point Cacho pursued him on a bicycle, pulled up from behind, and fired the single fatal shot. Following the playback of the video and the testimonies of key witnesses, Cacho consulted with his defense attorney, Ian Gray, and opted to withdraw his initial not guilty plea. Cacho addressed the court to express genuine remorse and apologize to the victim's family, claiming he committed the execution-style killing because his own life had been threatened. In delivering the 30-year sentence, Justice Nanton established a starting point of 35 years, but applied several reductions based on mitigating factors. The court factored in Cacho's late-stage guilty plea, his visible remorse, his clean disciplinary record while at the Belize Central Prison, and his successful completion of 4 rehab programs while incarcerated. Additionally, the court deducted the 770 days Cacho had already spent on remand since his initial arrest. And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on the station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news. And remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize. And you can watch the evening news live on our XTV BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.